Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Blackout Gaming TV. We have here the first game of Week 5 for the Premiership Division of ETF2L Highlander Season 8. And it's on Badwater between Highpander and Stacked. With me tonight is Clark. How you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing good. Hello, sir.
Hey, so we got two teams here with a bit of history. If anyone remembers last season when these two teams faced off, it was on Gravel Pit. Highpander at the time were the defending champions, and Stacked were, well, they were an established Premiership team, I guess, but people expected Highpander to kind of roll the season, and Stacked took a massive dent into Highpander's armor, took the full 6 points. Can you see any sort of upset tonight, perhaps?
I actually do. Highpander had some major roster issues tonight, at least when we played them in the scrim. But Stacked, they did as well in the past few days, even a week perhaps. So they had to switch Beep to Engineer. And, well, we all saw what happened with that against Fremtech. So, anything can happen tonight, really, but I'll bet my hats on Highpander taking it 4-2.
Okay, interesting. So expecting Highpander to drop points. I mean, Highpander have had maybe the toughest start to the season. They've come up against Chess Club in their first game. They came up against Premtech, and they managed to take 7 points out of those two games, which is pretty good. And then they've also they did happen to lose drop points against Wasp, however, which was a bit of a surprise. I think the teams want to have a heavy fist fight. It looks like Granger Bob is Highpander's elected champion against Beep, who famously won his fist fight the last time around. I think Beep favors the ham. He does. He's got the ham out against the fists. And Beep does win it. Gets in there with the taunt. Hams down Granger. Beep is the I want to say heavy fist fight, but it's. He's good at hamming people. He's good at hamming.
It's an interesting start to the game, and apparently they're choosing to defend first.
Okay.
That's interesting. I expected them to want to attack first, like teams usually do, but maybe they've got something prepared. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, maybe they've got some strats on attack that they don't want to kind of showcase to Highpander first. We did see last week Asa using the crits on attack on Gravel Pit, and it worked to great effect. I mean, they took a round off of Premtech, and they also went so extremely close in the final round. So who knows, maybe they've got some strats that they don't really want to show to Highpander first, defend, and then just kind of give themselves a time to beat. We can go over the rosters quickly. Looking at Highpander, it's pretty much the team that you would expect. We've got Steve on Pyro, Polk on Heavy, Hildreth on Demo, Granger Bob on Spy, Romello Sniper, Sprayer is Medic, Zoob is on Soldier, Kisakala Scout, and merking for them tonight in place on the Union is It's Mint on Engineer.
Big Mint.
The Big Mint, who seems to be playing more Prem games than any other player at the moment. Check out the Prem stats. It is on the forum on ETF2L. Mint playing for Fair Enough, playing for a few teams. He's obviously a reliable guy. If Highpander have picked him up, we're in setup time now. Enough time to go over perhaps the Stacked roster, who you've said a bit roster issues perhaps. Eklund on Scout, F2 on Soldier, Hidan on Demo, Deegan on Pyro, Inso is merking for them on Spy, Susie Heavy, Drozo on Sniper, Acidorf on Medic, and Beep playing NG. They need a restart, so this isn't actually live.
It's basically the same Stacked roster as they play against Premtech, so as I said, anything can happen here. If Stacked could pull off some points out of Premtech, they could definitely do it against Highpander.
Yeah, I mean, based on their performances this season, I mean, I think this match is pretty big in reality, because I'm not sure, mathematically, I think Stack still could technically get into the playoffs, and they need to win all of their remaining games though. But they have come up against the harder teams in the earlier start of the season. They've come up against your team, Fair Enough, who are top of Prem at the moment. They've already played Chess Club. They've already played Premtech, and now they're playing Highpander. But they did take 2 points off of Premtech, so that's some points. And if they were to take full 6 points here and win their remaining games by the full scoreline, that might be enough if other results go their way to get them into playoffs. So they have something to fight for. And obviously, Inso Merking on Spy is an experienced player. He's been all to the final with It's All Good in the past, so he's been around the block. And the rest of the team is the same team that played against Premtech. So obviously, this is kind of more stability in their roster now.
And we have a pause, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think there was a pause, there was a restart. I'm not sure what's exactly going on right now.
I think the game was restarted, and like the same minute it was paused. That's how it looks.
So we got nice pause in spawn, so no games of what's going to happen next. So you were talking about the Highpander roster. You're saying that...
Yeah, they had some issues today. I'm sorry to interrupt. They had some issues today. Like, I couldn't get their players for an hour, so we had to wait. But yeah, they performed quite well when they did. So we'll see how it works. Like Bok, he's playing with 200 ping. He's obviously from America, and that could be an issue. But
yeah, he's at 230 ping at the moment. I mean, I don't doubt his ability. He's obviously a great heavy. I remember seeing him play for NA teams like the Syndicate in the past. He's won platinum titles. But, playing on the West Coast, I think he's from Hawaii, maybe? 230 ping as a heavy. The reaction time, he's only played half of the official games so far. With Highpander, they've had to have used 2 mercs. So maybe that instability in their combo... could be a weakness that Stack could exploit. But yeah, it'll be really interesting to see the fight between Framello and Drozo, if I'm honest. Framello, looking at the stats I've made so far this season, has the highest kills per minute of any other player. He's the only player to have actually reached 200 kills so far this season. Whereas Drozo is a very good sniper on sniper player. He's been one of the standout players for Stack so far this season. So here we go.
Yeah, we're live.
Drozo really aggressive on the cliff here. Maybe trying to get an early pick through the door.
I'm just looking from a lane. Like, he decided to go top, which is interesting. But I'm not sure he will get anything from there. Also, Inso, he's using Clock and Dagger. Like, I watched him try to get on top left in the beginning, but he failed a bit. Frommel actually gets a Kilund, which is nice. I didn't expect him to.
Yeah, an early pick. Probably not a pick that they would have wanted from him. Then gets Drozo. That's a big pick, and the bomb comes in already. Dispenser goes down from Zoop, and everyone else gets destroyed. But that sentry is live, and the Uber is forced onto Acid. Gets taken down to about 23 HP. So that's a really big move. Nothing else really went down there, but Spray now has that 100% Uber advantage. And you're going to start to see Stack playing a little bit more defensively. You can see they're already getting on their way out. Yep, and the engineer Beep. I'm not sure what he's doing with this sentry. Leaving it quite aggressive. It's going to be watching that first point. Got to be careful here that it doesn't get spammed out and taken down.
I don't think it was the right choice, but, well, it's Beep. We'll never descend him. So, yeah, they're decided to go to the second point right now. They don't have a sentry up yet, and I think it should be around to the third point, really. But, yeah, red team actually opts to defend the corner. I don't know how that should turn out.
I mean, I really like this corner hold, but they're just building their Uber really. They'll Drozo with the mid air shot to Hildred. Great play by him. I like this corner hold, but on the escape they should have thrown a few more players, and I think and trying to force that Uber. Spray still has this initial Uber he's had since the spawn, and they've already capped second, and they just seem to be rolling at the moment. 1 minute 37 down on the clock. Beep does have his level 3 up in the window, whereas level 2. But yeah, he's going to get up to level 3 soon. Oh!
And Frommel gets the... Wow, that's a good fake. As Sentries goes down, it should be a roll right now. Like, it's already 1 minute 40 and... and Insta gets steep, actually. They're 3 down for blue team right now, and the red Uber gets popped. Both Ubers get popped, and... yeah, Hildred goes down, and it's not a roll as I expected to be.
No, that was good play there by Stacked. Hildred got pushed into the corner by Digo, and it was really good pyro play. Took him down. He was totally disconnected from the Uber. In the end, soldier on soldier battle here. No one comes out the winner, just 2 very, very injured soldiers. But yeah, Uber's exchanged, and that's it really. I'm not sure if Beep is building a sentry around the corner on third, so I'm guessing he's going to be building that up to level 3 and then going to be rescue rangering it up to the top when he gets up there. But the spy comes in. Oh, he snaps the sentry. It gets taken down. It's fine. So that's
no, he doesn't get down.
No, I mean the spy goes down. I'm afraid. Yeah, so I mean that level 3's up, so it's pretty much just reset. So Stack's still kind of just back to square one, I guess, and Highpander are going to have to try again.
Oh, and Hidden goes down, and Asa almost got him, but Hidden was just too far away from him with 2 HP.
Oh, Fremella gets the body shot onto it. Yeah, this is that was bad. I mean, Kisakala just walks on. The Uber is used by Highpander. Asa hasn't used his and the sentry is still up. It does go down eventually with that last sticky from Hildreth, but there is 100% Uber advantage on Asadorf, and I mean he's only got Hidan for company at the moment, and I'm not sure what they can really do. They're going to use it to block it. Oh, I'm losing my words here. Hildreth drops in from the window and forces the Uber, and Sprayer does finally go down for the first time in this game.
Yeah, Hidden gets a nice 2k, and they manage to defend this point. So it gives them time to build a sentry, but I don't see Beep around. Where's Beep? I don't think
he's actually building it the lower spawn area. He's got a level 1 up already. He's grabbing the metal. So, Hidan does get headshot though by Fremelo, who in turn gets taken down by Ekelund. So Fremelo is getting those picks at the moment. It's just causing the openings, and it looks like Highpander are just going to walk in here. They know they've got an Uber disadvantage, and they're just putting pressure already. That sentry is at a level 2.
Yeah, and CeeJaey actually opts for a spiral. Oh, and the scout attacks is opted for a spiral position. They go around. They need to go around faster, a lot faster than that.
Yeah, that sentry just really putting off Highpander from pushing. I mean, they tried to go in dry, no Uber, because they knew that Stacked also didn't have the Uber, but that sentry just stopping them. Both teams have the Uber now, but Polk is down. The Uber is exchanged, flashes a lot on the side of Highpander, and Deegan is doing exactly the same as he did before, just air blasting people around, trying to keep Hildreth in again. He's going to get tired of this. Steve Panda tries to rescue his demo. Sacrifices his life for it, but Fremelo then gets another snipe onto Hidan. Backstab from Grinchable onto Asa. Oh, medic down.
Yeah. The kills are being exchanged here, but it seems like Highpander comes out of top. They're almost on the card yet, and the spy gets the medic. He gets a spur. And are they gonna cap it? No, they're not. No, they're not gonna cap it just now. And I think someone dropped from Highlander team? Yeah,
it was Kisakala, the scout, has actually dropped shortly after he died. But yeah, 3 players alive left on Stacked there against the 5 of Highpander, and somehow they kept it going, just kind of air blasting people off of the point. But the Ubers are equal with those spies, Inso and Granger, just trading backstabs onto the opposing medics, and somehow we're still. In comes some. Oh, get. Granger Bob walks into Dagon. He's not going to get a backstab there, but Hildreth does go down. Kind of trades his life there for Drozo. I'm not sure if he really wanted that.
The kills are being exchanged here. I think they tried to die for a medic, but none of them came even close to killing him. So Zubers are about to victual now, but Asa's got a little advantage.
Yeah, you're really kind of waiting around for that big pick on, maybe a demo, a heavy, an NG. Looking at CeeJaey here, just playing this passive role by the back stairs.
Zuber gets popped.
Yeah, gets backstabbed by Granger Bob.
Asa pops the Zuber, and Sprayer is a 95, and they're gonna have a full advantage when they push into the last point. They now need to stop dying. Kisakala goes down to the Deacon, and Granger Bob goes down to the Hidden. They have advantage, but they don't have 2 players to push it now. I think they will push it anyway.
Yeah, they were just waiting for Hildreth to respawn, I think, and he's back now. He is milked, but he's going to come in along this ramp and just get so much damage before the Uber is even forced, and the conch is used by Stacked here. And they're just going to rotate and defend into that spiral area. Dagon goes down, Polk getting a couple of kills there. But most importantly, look at the combo from Stack. They've now exchanged and come to the top. CeeJaey wins the heavy battle against Polk. But people are going down. It's just Drozo and Asa left alive for Stacked, and that is going to be the first cap.
Yeah, I gotta say though, Degon, he was doing a great job denying Subers all the time, but he died almost instantly in that last Uber exchange. So it wasn't even an Uber exchange; it was Uber and nothing really. So yeah, Highpander came on top right there.
Yeah, I mean, he was doing good. Every time I watched him, he was just air blasting Hildreth into a corner on a few of those Ubers, which just left him totally helpless. Had to wait for his team to try and, defend him against the Pyro. And if that's the only thing that he did, at least he's taking out the big damage dealer from the Uber attack. But yeah, I mean, that last one there, it was really good play by the stacked combo, kind of going back into the stairs, what we call spiral, and then just working their way back up to the top and ending up on top and behind of the Highpander combo. CeeJaey actually won the heavy fight, but in the end, just losing the DM battle post Uber, and yeah, that's 7:19. I mean, what would you, if you were to push that? Would you feel that was a good time, or would you be expecting faster?
It's an okay time, but for Highpanders, they should have done it a little bit faster. I guess they do have time for one suicide. I think they are gonna do it. They're gonna send their demo now. I didn't see where the demo is. No, Hidden actually doesn't. He jumps now and fails his jump.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Drozo though gets the dominating frag onto Framello, so no sniper for Highpander. That's going to open up this left hand side here for Stacks, or the right hand side for them. But though Zoob just goes in deep and gets killed by F2. So yeah, that's maybe a chance. Here comes the Uber really early onto Dagon only, and he's just going to air blast the people on there. Sentry goes down meanwhile from F2, and this is quite good coordination by Stacked. NG is down, its Mint is just about to respawn, but he has no sentry on this top here, and now Stacked are trying to re-push it with their heavier classes.
Yeah, they are on the same advantage right now, but they don't have a sentry, so they opt to go back, which is the right choice right now. They should give it up. And I think, yeah, Sprague survives, but they lose a lot of their team members.
Kidan's actually jumping in, he takes a sticky onto Spray, he's down to 50, and then F2 finished it off with the black box. And we've got 6 minutes left here, and the first cap is guaranteed to go down. And the combo for Stacked is already spawn camping this door that leads onto second. That pretty much resigns Highpander, and its Mint is already building his sentry. It's at level 1 in the window, and they're going to have to defend at this third point, which is where you're going to get most of your time.
Yeah, they opt to defend point 3. They do understand that they don't have enough advantage, but the spy actually gets on landing. They try to get him, and no, Insta goes down right now. Asta's got a massive Uber advantage right now, and they need to push as soon as possible. They do pop Uber now, and Demo gets denied by Men's Sentry.
Yeah, there was a sticky trap there from Hildreth. Took down CeeJaey before the Uber came out, and that heavy kind of missing from the push just allowed Steve to just air blast them back. Totally denied. So now Sprayer now has the Uber advantage in his hands. He's at 100%, Asa only at 30, and this is where we start to see the nitty gritty, the grind on the third point, waiting for picks for the push. I'm wondering if Highpander are going to get aggressive with their Uber and just try and take down the medic, or whether they're just going to settle for just sitting back and waiting, winding down the time for Stacked to try and push.
They really shouldn't wait. They should just send their flanks into the boiler room and push from main themselves. Try, like with a pyro and a demo, try to get the sentry killed, while their flanks are helping them from top left. They really shouldn't just stand there, because standing on there on like third point is just waiting for nothing really. They do have a charge now, but so do red team. They pop it now. They try to get the sentry. They don't, and they only manage to get some kills, but opt to go back right now.
Yeah, the only real picks they got was Zoob and Kisakala. That maybe opens up boiler room. See if Drozo might go there for try for a snipe. But yeah, their Uber was used much earlier, and it took them a while to force you. But it does mean that they've got a 20% advantage. Asa there with the Uber, going to come getting it before Sprayer. Now Framello has gone down, Polka's gone down to a headshot from Drozo, and this third point is being pressured a lot by the scout. Sentry. Wow. Yeah, this is just raw pressure coming out from Stacks now, and this is looking like they're going to get it. A backstab comes in from Inzo onto Hildreth. And this is looking dangerous now for Stack. They're walking towards the final point. Uber nearly in their hands. Sprayer only at 65%. And the only person he's got with him is Steve. This is going to be, well, Polk has now respawned, but this is now looking in the favour of Stacked. I mean, they've got over 3 minutes to try and cap this last point. That's a good 3 or maybe even 4 pushes.
Yeah, and they don't have a level 3 sentry yet on level 2, and they don't have Uber. Okay, they do Uber now, but still, it was a really fast cap by Stacked there. And I didn't expect them to be. Ubers gets popped right now. Both Uber gets popped actually, and I actually look at Steve denying the medic completely.
Does exactly what Dagon was doing in the previous round to Hildreth, and then gets power jacked. And you say hammer time?
Hammer time, yeah. Kisakala tries to take down Drossa. He fails a little bit, but Spy still on Drossa. Drossa managed to escape barely on 40 HP. And
Inso with the backstab,
oh,
wow. That was a huge pick though. Lucky it may be, but
incredibly lucky. Like
yeah.
It shouldn't have been a kill, come on. That's what TF2 is all about. Like,
TF2 mechanics, man, face stab, backstab, it's all the same in their book. That does mean Ass is at 50% Uber and Sprayer is spawning right now. And that 20-second respawn mini is so far behind on the Uber stakes. It's Mint has got his level 3 in the same position Beep had his in the previous round. But
F2
this is going to be
down
tight.
and Spiral to Steve, and he didn't manage to land one rocket on Steve there because he completely was denied there. So what happens right now is Spray is actually on quick fix, 70 quick fix, and as his Uber gets popped right now.
Yeah, Steve goes down. That's a really big pick in the defensive way. But the heavy gets caught in Susie. Tries to use the dispensive recover, can't. Polk then is used. Quick fix is used onto him. Players going down.
Wow.
Yeah. Snap coming down on the sentry, but somehow it stays alive. Only casualty so far is Kisakala coming down from F2, and then he gets taken down by a snipe from Framello. And this is looking with 1 minute left. About 1 push left for Stack to try and win this, otherwise it's going to go to Highpander.
Yeah, Puck wasn't focused there at all, like he did a massive damage there, and
Mello getting a double kill there onto Dagon and then Hidan. He's just on fire at the moment.
4 kill streak for him.
I really think he needs to go down with 35 seconds left to go. I mean, Stack's has got to start thinking about moving in, right?
They shoot, like they should say flanks, they should say combat, they should say anything. F2 goes down to branch above, that should be an opening pick for them right now. Actually, no, not for Stacked, I completely confused the teams, I'm sorry.
But Rose does take down from Mello, that is a big pick, 15 seconds until he responds, and the Uber comes in, 10 seconds left on the clock, they've got to push this car all the way, and quick fix is used by Sprayer onto Polk. No, they left it too late, NG is on the cart there. Gets taken down by Zoob, and that first round is going to go to Highpander.
Wow, close game.
Closer than we thought.
Actually, no, just as I said, like, it should be really interesting because both teams are like equal in their problems, I guess. That's what I can say, because they both had roster issues and anything could happen there. And yeah, Stacked almost got the first round. They couldn't push for 3 minutes, and it was a big mistake. They couldn't get like I couldn't capitalize on the overcharge advantage they had. So yeah, the first round went to Highpander. Deservingly, I might add.
Yeah, I mean their push was, I mean they kind of rolled the first 2-3 points, struggled a little bit on the last, but finally got it. But Stacks, I mean that's what they've been doing, and they did this in a few days ago against Premtech. They came in against the odds according to the predictions, and just pulled out this really good attack on Gravel Pit. And in the second round they managed to get around. So I mean this is still open for Beep and his crew to get some points back and maybe even the win. I've posted the logs in Mumble for you, Clark. I'm just looking over them now. Highest amount of kills. I mean, I talked about him at the start. He's got the most kills so far this season. He's got the highest kills per minute. Framello on 20. Absolutely on fire there. And second was Drozo with 15. I think Drozo was doing a good job on taking Framello down, which kind of opened up the other classes to kind of be a bit more free when you're not worried about that sniper bearing down on you. But when Framelo was alive, he just seemed to be sniping everything.
Yeah, Drossy did really well, but I still think like in that first round, Deegan was the man of the match for Stack, like the man of the team, if you can say like that, because he was doing such a great job denying the enemy combos when they are Ubered. And we're going live on the second ride right now, but yeah, Deegan is a man for me in the first round.
Yeah, definitely. He had some really good really good play there. But I think everyone on Stacked and Highpander, you know, deserve credit. They've done that was a really close game, and that was by no means a roll that maybe some people have been predicting based on kind of the roster issues that Stacked have had. But yeah, looking at just last thing about the logs, Drozo getting 6 picks there onto Framelo, and F2 getting 3 kills onto him also. So obviously a lot of pressure being put on Framelo to try and take him down. So like I said at the start, Drozo very, very good in his sniper on sniper play. So now we're going to see Highpander defending first, and Stacked will try and set a time, and then Highpander will try and beat that time. So like, where do you see the main difference between, like, it was close, but where's the main difference? What was the where was the edge that Highpander had?
Well, definitely, as you said, Fromolo was getting picks where they needed to be picked.
Oh, we lost Clark there. He's having a bit of mumble issues at the moment. He seems to disconnect from this mumble randomly. But yeah, we're just setting up now for the next round. Nothing too out of the ordinary.
And I'm back.
You're back. Do you want to carry on where you were left off? Where was the difference?
Yeah, the difference. Where did I start? Okay, so definitely Fromolo, who's doing a great job, like getting picks where he like needed to get picks. And Dross, like when Fromolo was alive, there was nothing Dross could do, but he still like managed to kill Fromolo a couple of times. So yeah, the sniper duel made the difference in the game. Also, pyro denying combos.
Yeah, those seem to be kind of key plays. Big shot straight onto Zook there from F2. Putting a lot of damage down onto him. We're just waiting for these suicides now. Mint getting the sentry kill onto Inso, so no sneaky spy plays. And Susie surely is going to get taken down. He gets a lot of damage down onto Zook, but in the end just gets taken down. Not seen anything from Hidan yet. He's a player that I've been impressed with so far this season. He's been really on form. He's trying to launch those lock and loads over onto the sentry, but he's just narrowly missing. Trying to do it from long distance. And there's a reflect one there from Steve. But yeah, picks just coming out. Only play down for Highpander so far is Grenjabob.
Yeah, but before Grenjabob died, he managed to pick Rossa, so it was a good pick, good exchange. And yeah, it's the card is not moving yet, so they should start moving it right now. But Zook, beat Zook, just completely denies the scout.
Income Stacked again with the Ubers. They are traded, but they come in with the Pyro. And he does get launched back. Big sticks there taking down, well, putting a lot of damage down onto the Highpander combo. And Stacked is still in it. Dagon just runs in again. He's just running in. Hulk goes down because of the distraction to Susie. And the combo from Highpander is now hightailing it out of there.
Yeah,
the sentries. Yeah, go on, carry on.
Drossa goes down to Grenjabob for the second time in a row in the same position, so there should be something Drossa, like, he should do something about it. He shouldn't stand in the same position. But Highlander actually gets prayer getting behind, and it seems like they're crumbling. I think, yeah, Highpander is crumbling.
Well, I mean, there was some good play there by Zoob and Framelo. They kind of combined. Zoob jumped in, just laid down loads of damage on Hidan and took down Susie, and then Framelo with the headshot onto Hidan, or vice versa, I can't really remember. But yeah, they did really well, but that pick from Eklund is probably going to be key here. Once again, we're going to see Asa with the Uber advantage at 90%, Spray only at 20, and they are electing to hold this corner rather than kind of the roof hold, which is what we see more these days. And Panda does, Steve goes down, headshot from Drozo. Uber is used really early, and Hidan gets launched into the air by those stickies.
Oh, and probably get really Susie. Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean, these picks on key players during the pushes is what's seeming to be holding Stacks back at the moment.
Yeah, they should really focus on getting picks on Fromolo, because he's the one doing damage. He's the one headshotting everyone, and he's always well protected. So it's a really big problem for Stacked right now.
Yeah, they're holding this corner on third. Itzmin has already got his level 3 up in the window, with Steve holding this top right area, but then sneaky scout here, Ekelund, trying to get in and cause some damage with F2. Not going to happen though, and Asa's only at 70%. Polk does go down though, a headshot from Drozo, and that's a pick that could open things up. They could, no heavy to block there. We're just waiting, I think, for the Uber to come in. Stacks are in house, they're just pushing up. They've got Drozo, just so much bust, but he does get out sniped there by Fromelo on a 6 kill streak. And Steve with the hammer time kill onto Inso.
Yeah, and Granger Bob, he actually tried to get Asa right there, and that was completely denied by Sully, I think it was. So yeah, Spice trying to do work right there, meaning, like that's what their plan was for the game. Just get as many picks on the medic as possible.
Yeah. You just look at the knowledge these players have of the map. Looking at Hidan, he's just Uber's come in. I'll finish that thought later. He is pushed back, and the Pyro Dagon is getting a lot of the Uber again, just trying to force the combo back. Does get into the stairs, takes down that dispenser, which opens him up for the top. But then the backstab from Grangeable picks down Asa, and then the rest of Stack just melt away. 2 players left alive for them. Uber used by Highpander. There is a teleporter there, and Drozo goes down instantly to Kisakala, and this is looking really bad for Stacked. Highpander already taking this corner next to second, and they're just getting really, really aggressive. Hildreth got a sneaky sticky trap. I wonder if Dan spots it as he goes around the corner, but then damage down onto Ekelund.
Well, yeah, as I said before, those spies doing an opening frags for the teams, and Granger Bob, like, that timing was impeccable. He completely knew when and where to attack Asa, and he did exactly at the right time, and made an opening frag for his team to push. So well done to Granger.
Yeah, it was great spy plays. What I like to call a traditional spy. I mean, he doesn't use the Ambassador, he doesn't use the Dead Ringer. He is Revolver and Inviswatch, and he just does so much work. Really impressive. Inso, on the other hand, the other spy, takes down Fromelo. That's a big pick for Stacked, and that does mean that they're going to have equal Ubers but no sniper to push into. And Kisakala goes down to the gun of Susie, so this may be the time for Stack to push.
Yeah, it is definitely, and Uber gets popped. They don't go for sentries, they try to get the combo to pop, and they don't exactly succeed. Sprague gets popped right now, and it's already 2 down for Highpander, and Insta gets from a big pick. And nothing really comes out of these 2 Ubers, and we're back to score 1.
Just waiting for the repush there, but Kisakala does work and takes down Hudan. And then Susie also goes down to the rocket launcher of Zoob. Yeah, that was an interesting move by Stack. They came in with the Uber just trying to force, and then backed out, and then tried with the repush. But if you're losing your heavy hitters during the repush, then you don't really have that kind of firepower to just take the point, especially when you've got a level 3 Wrangled to contest with. Drozo does take down Polk, so he's not going to be up for another 10 seconds. And again, we've got kind of equal Ubers, but 20% advantage in the hands of Acid because of that earlier pop. So if they push on the dot, then they're going to have a decent advantage to play with. Not sure if Stacked are aware of this, and Spray is going to be catching up over the next 5 seconds.
Yeah, Ubers are about equal, and Deegan actually goes down to the spy, and Drossel gets Hildreth, and Fromley gets healing in return, so both demos down. I don't think Asa's gonna opt for a push here, so they're just standing, waiting for their demo to spawn.
Yeah, the demo is going to be up now though, and connecting with his team. Hildreth is still down.
Oh my god, I don't know, like both of the snipers, they get so many picks, like in such a short amount of time, and Fromley gets a sentry.
Yeah, I mean, it's just instant, and the Uber comes in through house this time. Does get blasted back a bit, and it is flashed a lot. And the Uber finally comes out from Highpander, and they're just trying to get out of there. Steve getting a lot of the Uber, but nobody actually dies at all until after the Uber exchange, and Fromelo takes down F2. But other than that, nothing really happening here. And I wonder if the repush is going to come down. It doesn't, because Hildreth, using his pipes, takes down Asa.
Yeah, of course the third point is considered to be the worst point to push on bad water because it's quite hard to do it. But yeah, I think it's doable if a team's got enough coordination, and I don't think that's what Stacked is good at right now. Coordination. They need to start getting good picks, and they need to start getting their players into better positions.
Absolutely. I played a scrim with my team before my official tonight, and we held third point, and our sniper managed to get a 21 kill streak just by playing around our combo and just by sniping along this area. And you can see from Melee there, he's already on a 9 kill streak. If you're giving the sniper this much room, this much time, the Uber is forced though, or used very early by Sprayer, and it's used on Kisakala, and he's going to try and chase that medic and try and take down Asa. But the Uber doesn't really get anything other than the demo and the heavy, so Asa is going to retain some sort of Uber advantage there. He does escape. He's on Kritzkrieg. 50% Kritzkrieg. Do you agree with that choice, Clark?
Chris, it's an interesting choice, especially against a level 4 sentry on the fourth point, but it could work if he then gets a quick pick on enemy combo. For example, medic or the demo or heavy. That should work for them later on. So it's yeah. Actually, Frommel is on 10 kill streak right now. He constantly gets those picked. I don't think those crits are gonna work, mainly because Frommel will completely deny the combo. But we'll see what happens.
Well, maybe the crits is used early and then it gets reflected by Steve. Amazing reflexes there, and nothing happens at all. Mint's sentry takes down Hidan, and the follow-up isn't really working here from Stack. Susie is so weak, surely going to go down, get sniped eventually. Oh no, it wasn't. It was Asa who got sniped. Taken down by Framello, and once again the Uber is used aggressively by Highpander just to clean up those classes. Takes down this mini sentry nest. The teleporter is still up. I'm not sure if Highpander are aware, and the jump comes in. Hidan does get taken down, but that could have been a problem, as Highpander were totally unaware of Beep's teleporter just around the corner.
Yeah, the teleporter was fine, but actually he's still on 7 points, and we're like 8 or 10 minutes into the game already, maybe even more. But yeah, I think Hayden needs to do something with that. With those Ubers. So far we haven't seen a single successful Uber on that third point from him.
Amongst all of that chaos, Inso did take down Mint, which meant his sentry was open, but you know, the coordination there where the team, it finally does go down to the lock and load of Hidan, long distance over that top, and Drozo takes down Framello, and now just more recently Hildreth. The Uber comes out from Stacked, and they're getting really aggressive with this, and yeah, they're just finally pushing back. Highpander to their last point. Sprayer is 100% Uber, but he is weak, and he has to use it onto his heavy and pyro. And that's not what they wanted to do. They would have probably wanted to hold on to this. They can't even block the third point, and they're just trying to get kills with it. Hildreth finally respawns, but now a little bit more pressure onto Highpander here, and Stags are already walking in. They're knowing that they've got the bit between their teeth, and they just want to get this done now.
Cromwell takes down Susie and Zoop takes down Asa, so it's gonna slow down Stacked a lot. Beep goes down to Ranger, Vinci goes down to Hildreth. A lot of picks for the blue team right there. And Sparrows on 50 charge are gonna have advantage and definitely deny Stacked a little more.
Yeah, with that medic death from Asa means he's going to be 50% behind Sprayer. And Sprayer running the medigun still, didn't change the quick fix like he did in the previous round. But in comes Dake and just jumps in and sets Mint alight. But that level 3, and he is going to be absolutely fine. And I agree with what you're saying. It just needs a little bit more coordination from Stacks. They seem to have it in the first round. Maybe a little bit demoralized, I don't know. But they've just kind of been throwing themselves in with the Ubers. Asa is on Medigun now, so his crits excavator are over for now. Drozo takes down Framello, and that's going to be a pick to kind of maybe an entry frag. Hidan does a big jump into the combo, gets reflect killed by Steve, and the kills just come in from Highpander. They are pushing that cart forward. Hulk goes down to Susie.
And that's against them for Ranger Bob on 90 charge, and it was 8 down for Stacked, completely crumbling right there. I don't think at this point there's like anything much for them to do. Is just try and like do something. Just try go Uber and Uber. Try to get some important picks and hope for the best. It's been already 11 minutes. It's a long time for such map as Badwater. So hopefully Stacked will come out with something.
I was just gonna say, yeah, I mean, I liked what Stacks were doing. They were getting aggressive, they were kind of pushing in and getting pressure, they were getting cart time like they are now with Ekeland. Does get taken down by the Sentry, but they were getting cart time, they were getting pressure, they were getting frags. Mint goes down to CeeJaey and the Sentry gun goes down to Hidan, so maybe this is the opening that they've been waiting for. No level 3 to contend with, and the Uber is used by Sprayer aggressively on this corner, but they're just going to get denied again by Dagon. Doing great so far in this game. And Uber advantage in the hands of Asa again, so 70% anytime now. Expect to push through this choke area.
Yeah, once again Zuber was a little bit of a fail, but Asa's on 100% charge right now, and they're up to push and they bomb the Uber. They don't find the sentry because there is no one. Yeah, there is no sentry, so just have to get Sprayer, and are actually getting a lot of picks right now, and it should be around, I think, a half for Stacked.
Yeah, there was Beep's mini sentry there in the corner doing work. Framello did get a couple of picks again, got the headshot onto CeeJaey during the Uber. Like, when he's focusing whoever doesn't have the Uber, obviously that's what you're supposed to do, but he's being so efficient and taking out the player that isn't Ubered, and whether it's Dagon, whether it's Hidan, or whether it's CeeJaey, somebody is always going down, and that just makes it so much harder for Stack to try and push in. So I think that sniper pick is key, but 14 minutes and 18 seconds for Highpander to push this. We didn't really do predictions at the start. I mean, you thought it was going to be a close game, and the first round was close. Do you see Highpander beating this time, or do you think, are we going to see another kind of grindy, gritty second round?
I don't think it'll be a really close round. I think Highpander will just take it in about 6 or 7 minutes. So about half the time Stacked used to couple those points. So it's going to be 6 points for Highpander really, not for 2 as I predicted.
Yeah, we're not seeing anything too different here. The usual sentry placements and such. I'm being corrected. Apparently it's Dagon. So yeah.
Yeah, it is Dagon.
I'm saying Dagon. So apologies for my pronunciation. But here we go.
French nicknames, you never know.
And nothing really happening here. Inso goes down, and a big jump in there. Coordination from Highpander, but nothing comes out of it, not even an Uber force. Asa is nice and cozy there next to his dispenser. But Granger does take down Drozo, which is a huge pick. No sniper to walk into on the next push.
Yeah, Stack's doing a great job denying all those jumpers, so we'll see how that turns out for them. It's actually Steve on the card who's just keeping it alone so far. And just look at him go, how he finally goes down. And yeah, they managed to defend this point as well.
Let's remember that there is kind of the in-game time, which means if Stacked hold this for, 3 minutes and 20 seconds, then they will actually win this round. But it's very rare that you see a first hold being totally denied. From Mello there with the big pick onto Hidan, and Zoob with the long range direct hit takes down the sentry. He'll just dumps in, takes down the NG, and then all the kills coming in here. Uber is forced by Asa, and he doesn't have anyone except for his sniper to kind of flash as he runs away. Lots of players went down for Highpander, but they still have their Uber.
Yeah, they do, and it's actually start to make a move right now. Sprayer was a complete overcharge, and they're gonna use it on the second point, it seems, because As is gonna have about 60 or 70 by the time they come into point. Or no?
No, Sprayer's had to use his, he got forced. I think it was Ekeland who got close to him, landing a couple of shots onto him. So that does mean Asa's going to have 50%, but for some reason, I guess they just didn't have the players up. Stacks are not electing to hold this corner area, and Hidan goes down late on to Hildreth. which means they're not going to have a demo to hold this this third point, and they're not even being aggressive. Steve's allowed to walk in and just get a bit of intel. Will be telling his team where Stacks have got their positioning. Level 2 is up from Beep, being protected by Deegan up in the window, and Hidan again jumping. Hildreth jumping in, trying to get some damage down.
Yeah, there's a level 2 for main trades there, and it's being spammed, but Deegan does such a great job denying the rockets. Yeah, just look at him go, just denying completely everything. So yeah, it's a level 2 from main trade now. Insta takes down Zoop with a headshot, and Zuber.
Oh, just
look at
Steve. Look at Steve. Totally denies that Uber. He just says worth it in the chat. Yeah, they tried to get aggressive. They tried to do what Highpander were doing, getting aggressive with a scout and a demo through the house, knowing that Spray didn't have his Uber yet. But instead, they just got totally denied by Steve. Just kept him bobbing around in the corner for the remainder of that Uber. Asa went down, and Spray managed to get out of there, but his Uber was used eventually. So he does have a small advantage of about 10-15%, but that's really nothing in the stakes of Highlander. So yeah, we're just going to see another. This is third point. Welcome to Badwater. This is the point where you're going to get most of your time. And I remember in the days of Stacks of old, Musa holding this point was very effective. Obviously they got Beep on NG now.
Oh, look at Kisakala. He managed to get behind them into the flank with using Bonk, and he's just behind them playing as Deegan goes down finally.
But Framello does get the snipe. He dominates Beep. Means there's no NG for Stacked on the defense, and that level 3 is just totally exposed by now. Deegan is now here to try and protect it, the same way that Steve was in the previous round. And kills are coming out from Stacked. They're kind of looking safe at the moment. Equal Ubers. Once Beep gets back to his little perch, he'll be fine with his sentry. So yeah, we're going to just, again, waiting for these picks from the players like the snipers, the spies, seeing if they can get any action to kind of open up the push.
And then this Highpander decides to push main, they pop the Uber, and Hildreth doesn't focus the center as well. He opts to pop the enemy Uber charge, and he does. They don't have anything to come out of the Uber, so just opt to go back, and Hildreth goes down actually. So yeah, there's gonna be another Uber exchange for nothing really. Actually, Ekelund goes down to main sentry, and there are a lot of fakes going on right now.
Yeah, the sentry went down. There's only a level 1 now protecting the point, and that just means Kisakala to be able to walk up and just cap it for free. That level 1 still watching in the window, but Zub was doing so much work with the direct here, managed to take down Hidan in all of that action, so just under 9 minutes to go. Oh, Kisakala.
That level 1 is still there, He's still alive. Yeah, it is. Oh,
he finally gets destroyed. Kisakala just walked in there. I'm not sure if you saw it. Took down Asa. He's not going to be out for another 10 seconds now. And yeah, this is looking very dangerous now. But Spray, whoa, I missed that. How did Spray die?
I didn't see that actually, but he did die. And oh, you're getting information that actually Ekelund got sprayed, which is nice. Well done, to him.
Both scouts doing work there. Kisakala taking down Asa, but Ekelund equalising it out there. So it does mean Asa's going to have an Uber advantage, which makes them a little bit safer on this last point. Kisakala dominating Drozo, and they're just focusing the sniper so much, allows them to have that kind of freedom to walk in and not get sniped instantly. He won't be up for another 10 seconds. Steve does get headshot from Inso. Gets a Kappa face in the chat for his troubles. But Hildreth does take down Beep's sentry, so there's going to be no sentry on the defense once again. And it looks like, yeah, Beep is running minis now, so they're abandoning level 3s and just running with the minis, which isn't a bad decision in my opinion. They're just kind of, it keeps that constant damage up, and yeah.
No, it's certainly not a bad decision, because you have to defend for 8 more minutes, and actually Zoop takes down 3 people as a Beep and Beep.
Holy shit! Excuse my language, but that jump from Zoop! Oh my god! Like, how did he do that? Oh, the Uber comes in, but that was just insane. That was all Zoop. Yeah, this is looking in the hands of Highpander to throw away now. Spawn's come in from Stacked. Clark, take it away.
Oh yeah, definitely. Highpander's gonna take it now, and they're completely denying the spawns, and Stacked can't do anything right now at this point. And actually try to drop down and to take down Hildreth, and Tangible takes Hidden in return. It's still a lot of down for Stacked, and it's a round and the game for Highpander right there.
Grangerbob with a late 3k onto the combo there, the backstab and the old 1-2 with the revolver. Great play there, but oh my word, like, I didn't want to interrupt you, but that jump from Zoob from the choke area just jumped all the way around, took down the NG, took down the medic, just destroyed everybody in that. It got about 3 or 4 kills.
3 or 4 kills, yeah. Good timing, good timing.
And then that just allowed the combo to walk on in unopposed. Yeah, I mean,
actually,
great play by him.
Yeah, one thing I want to mention is besides Zoop, actually Spike, like Krenja, he did a lot of picks. He was just waiting there, waiting behind for when their team pushes in and just took down a lot of players. I was actually right. It was 8 minutes. They pushed for, like I said 7, but well, it was close. Hello,
we've got Steve. Welcome to the Mumble. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm just going to go over the logs while we wait for the rest of the crew to come in here. Once again, from Mello, just going huge, 32 kills. Zoob then following up in second with 25. Ekeland doing a lot of work in his second official for Stacked. 20 kills and 10 assists. So, a very decent showing from Stack's new permanent scout. But really there, I think that final push was won by Zoob with that insane jump. Yeah. We are now joined by Hildreth, Steve, and Asa. I'm not sure if anyone's coming in. Hildreth and Steve, congratulations. How pleased are you?
Reasonably.
Every day in the park for Highpander, am I right?
Yeah, it's as long as Asa doesn't have to go and tell his mum they beat Highpander. That was the aim today.
Yeah, she's gonna be disappointed. Our second biggest fan.
I'm just looking at the logs, and Hildreth was big, 10k damage, overshadowing Hidden was 9.5k actually. So
Hidden's abusing lock and load, so that's like double better Hildreth than Hidden.
Yeah, but his big name was definitely Fromolo, was 32 kills, 31 headshot. So how do you think did Fromolo make a big difference, or would you won without him?
Maybe. Fromolo definitely is a big carry, but this was one of those games where we really man up and play as a combo well. So it wasn't just Problem getting picks. We managed Ubers well. We actually counted everything. It's good stuff. Helped the sniper out.
I mean, attacking on the first round, you seem to kind of roll across the first 3 points, and then it took you a couple of goes for the last point, but it seemed to have a very decent push. And then defending, there was kind of I don't know, you just kind of seemed to be a bit shocked at how aggressive Stacked were coming out, and it ran you a bit close. I mean, what were you expecting out of this game? Like, coming into this, did you see this as one of the harder games you've got left of the season, or were you expecting it to be easier?
Well, it's Badwater, so
Stacked is definitely one of the good teams in Prem, but you just have to do your best. It doesn't matter who you're playing against. It's all about just going play to play, doing your best, and making the best decisions possible.
yeah, we played so much different than when we did against Wasp. It was more like just confidence and focus in the game. So, but we thought that we could have dropped points to Stack, so I'm actually pretty glad that we didn't. So it gets us in a good position.
I actually expected you to at least at one round, but you managed to surprise us in that second round. Was big, 14 minutes defense. Jesus Christ, man.
The thing is, we didn't really get to practice this map very much. I mean, our first practice before, Steve took about 65 minutes to organize.
Pardon? That's not my fault. Not my fault. I blame Noonan for going to a party or something.
Yeah, he's lying.
There's no engineer mains right now.
It's fine. Everyone uses Mint anyway. Just, he should be the speed dial for the NG Merc in Prem.
Yeah, exactly. I should quit Highpander, do that for Pyro as well.
Some guy, I asked Crazy Man if he could Merc Engineer, and he said he'd rather die. I mean, that shows the situation at Highlander.
That's fair enough. Maybe he's tried it.
No, it's not fair enough. It's stacked. Well,
Coming on to stacks, Asa and Ekeland, welcome.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you guys feeling? Like, how disappointed are you, or was that more to what you expected?
I mean, I suppose, I don't know, like, no one likes to say that they're expecting to lose, but I didn't have the high hopes going into the match, mainly because, like, every single week it's been horrible for the first few scrims, and we've gradually been getting better, and then everything always seems to kind of click on the Sunday in our pre-game, and that's when we finally get things sorted out. But I don't know, it was like, for the last few weeks, our week games have all just been terrible, and it just felt like, to be honest, one of those games where we really haven't got everything sorted, especially pushing third, apparently. But yeah. I'm not surprised about the result, but it's disappointing. I'll always feel like we could have nicked some points.
If Hidden didn't do this double jump on third, if he just walked, he would have done much better. Because he wastes 2 stickies to try to get forward, and I just right click once, and it's denied.
I think he's meant to be jumping top left. I'm not sure. I don't know.
No, he kept jumping right side.
No,
But even though we held so long, I feel like you guys were pressuring us a lot. Like the entire kind of time, there was no downtime where we can just chill out and stand, look at hats. You kept up pressure, so that was good.
I mean, our weakness, I'd say, is definitely synchronized flank suicides and stuff like that between Ubers. So we really just rely on our combo piling on the pressure the whole time, and keeping our fingers crossed. To be honest, we're really lacking in the whole sort of someone main cornering from the flank department. That's likely why we didn't cap third at all.
Talking about that, sorry, Ekeland, you carry on.
Yeah, our coordination's been a big problem in most of our scrims, especially on the third point. We never could really get top left under control and get to spam the sentry, so we just kind of ended up standing around and waiting for our combo to do something.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mentioned to CeeJaey during the game. So, not enough coordination, I guess. That is the biggest problem.
You need a Zoob.
Yeah, the Zoob.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what we really need is
Zoop.
I was saying to Kakauti the other day, we're really lacking someone who can, right, this is how we're going to play. This is what we're doing. Someone who can main during the games and have a plan.
But how about Beep?
But well, Beep's the most experienced player in our team.
Of course he is.
It's sad, which is kind of sad, I suppose. But I mean, last season we had Dr. Phil, and it was great because he'd do all the hard main calling and stuff, and I just have to focus on staying alive. But now I've sort of had to fill in that vacancy that you left. So I don't know. I'm not the man for the job.
Deegan, the championship winning Pyro.
I suppose, but.
Are you guys feeling a little bit more
Not
it's kind of the wrong time of the season? It's taking you till week 4 and 5 to have some sort of stability in your roster. Is this more kind of just playing the season out and looking towards next season perhaps, and kind of just building on the games you've played so far this season?
I suppose so. Yeah, I mean, our last 2 games should be easy games. We've got just against the Russians, so that'll be a little bit of a confidence boost, and then definitely gonna have to build from then on. Yeah.
Ekeland, just to get one more word out of you. Second game, and you top fragged on that second round. How do you feel coming into this and sort of playing a couple of games pretty quickly on the trot? Do you see kind of the team progressing so far? Are you confident for the next couple of games?
Yeah, I think we're gonna take both of the games 6-0. Shouldn't be that big of a problem. Wasp might put up some resistance, but I think we should have it.
What's your opponents left?
Wasp and Unpoppable? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, you should win this.
We're just gonna buff our stats on CeeJaey's table. It's gonna be awesome.
All right, so Clark, unless you've got anything else to ask?
Not really. Is Beep really living stacked now?
He hasn't said anything to me. I haven't got any hot goss, but I don't know. Maybe he'll message me before the interviews end. He said he's not joining us. What I know.
That's fine. So we'll just go through, do any shout outs. So we'll start from the top. Asa, you got anyone to shout out to?
Oh yeah, here we go. I want to shout out to Gilly Willy 9, our biggest and I think our only remaining fan. Watches all our games, supports the team.
Sorry.
Yeah, Jill Will 9 is our biggest fan. It's great. I think he's the only fan we need, to be honest, other than like my mum and Sorex.
We have Opie Pony, so...
Big Gilly, really. I'd rather have Gilly than a bunch of 13-year-olds. Hildreth, to be honest. Shout out to For the Logs. Cool guys. Shout out to Miss Animator 7. My bestest friend ever. And shout out to the dispenser that kept me alive multiple times during that game when I should have been dead.
Shout out to Fair Enough for waiting 65 minutes for us to show up to a scrim.
That is so...
And also shout out to Salon TF for not letting us bet on this game.
Excellent. Do you have anyone to shout out to?
Yeah, shout out to Blodis, Raban, and Samuzi.
Alright, cool. And Hildreth?
Shout out to Poke. The best. And
Zoom. Poke.
And Steve, you got anyone to anything to add on to?
Oh, I've just did shoutouts just now. CeeJaey.
Yeah, I mean, do you have anyone to add on to? You're at the you're at the bottom. You get an extra one.
All right, I'll make a shout out to Morphine.
We should
for watching us in the bath.
We should shout out Blackout and people like Prof who've been doing write-ups all season.
Oh yeah, definitely shout out to Prof. That was a really comprehensive and really interesting read on the write-up. I liked it. Gone, Asa.
Say, it's just reminding me of me as well, TF2 gossip column, just tabloid crap. I don't like it.
Have you seen?
But I think it's got a little bit of an agenda against Stack.
I think we need a return of Hildreth's Hot or Not he used to have back in the UGC days. But I'm going to leave it there before John yells at me for making these interviews go on for too long. Thank you. Well, it's fine, apparently. It's fine. So, gossip.
But how are
right.
you guys doing? Yeah.
Thank you to thanks Asa, Eklund, Hildreth, and Steve for joining us in Mumble and talking to us. Thank you to Highpander and Stacked for giving us a great game. Thank you to John for all of his production as always, and thank you to Clark for co-casting with me. It has been a pleasure. No Clark, problem. Do you have anyone to shout out to?
I do. I have a shout out to Big Hearts Farts for scheduling a scrim against Highpander and making us wait for an hour. Who else? Kunai, Thomas, and the rest of Fair Enough crew. Thank you very much, guys.
I like your fake Scandinavian accent. It's very convincing.
Yeah, I know.
All right, thanks everyone, and thank you for watching. This has been Highpander versus Stacked, and have a very good evening.
Bye-bye.
Bye, friends.